Thanks for joining us on this Sunday morning. It's the third day of August. We have said goodbye to the month of July, and already the month of August has given us a lot to talk about. Take a look at this hatched yellow area. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that in the next couple of minutes. But let's take a look at the second area that the National Hurricane Center is honing in on. It's an area of disturbed weather just off the coast of America. X marks the spot. It's forecast to head out to sea. And by the way, it's not going to be a factor for us here in the Eastern Caribbean. It's so well away from the island chain. So why am I paying closer attention to this? It's because of the fact that in the context of tropical cyclone formation, this area and that area, we're looking at these two spots, and this area is forecast to possibly develop before this one. So if you hear that there's a tropical cyclone and you know that the National Hurricane Center is keeping an eye on this area, I don't want you to mix two of them up at all. It's very easy for you to say that there's a tropical cyclone just to the east of the island chain where there is nothing for right now. It's possibly this one here. This one is forecast to head out to sea, and again, it's so far away from the Eastern Caribbean islands. We are in the Leeward Islands, and this is thousands of miles away, and it's forecast again to head out to sea and not be a factor to us in the Eastern Caribbean. So just in case you hear that there's a tropical cyclone formation right taking place in this area, that the National Hurricane Center is giving a 50% chance that it could develop. It's not this particular area. We're looking at the Gulf of Mexico. We're looking at the Caribbean Sea. Our friends in Jamaica and Cuba, Hispaniola, you are sitting well that the Eastern Caribbean Sea or the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico right now rather quiet. We're looking at this area of that is hatched by the National Hurricane Center. We're in the Leeward Islands, islands further towards the south, including Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago. I'm taking you all the way out to the coast of Africa, the Cabo Verde Islands. The difference between this one here and this area is this X. This X says that it's currently in this location, but you're not seeing an X on this particular shot, meaning that this is a forecast area. That there's nothing right there for right now. And if I take you right to the satellite imagery, already you're not seeing anything right there. The Leeward Islands, we're right here. Islands further towards the south, we're looking at the British Virgin Islands. We're looking at this area of disturbed weather right there, forecast to head out to sea. This is the area just off the east coast of America that the National Hurricane Center is right now. But I'm taking you all the way out to Africa, the Cabo Verde Islands, the main development area. You're not seeing anything at all in there. And because of that, it's the forecast that the National Hurricane Center is saying that there is a tropical wave is forecast to come off the coast of Africa within the next 3 days. And the models are saying that it can develop into something. And by the way, you're looking at the area that's right here, that what we call the hatched area, that the tropical wave that is forecast to come off the coast of Africa, likely to form someplace east of the Leeward Islands in the main development area, and is forecast to head out to sea. That's certainly good news, but could things change? Definitely it can change, but for right now, let's put your hearts at ease that there's nothing in there in the immediate future for the next 48 hours. We're looking at it for the next 3 to 7 days. Let's talk a little bit more of what the models, what they are saying. We're looking at the European model, and again, I'm starting on Tuesday because for right now, there's nothing. We're looking at good conditions for right now, but on Tuesday, this is the area that the National Hurricane Center is suggesting that it will be a tropical wave move off the coast of Africa, forms into a low pressure area. We are in the Caribbean islands right here, Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago, the Windward Islands, we are right there, the British Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico at the back of me. Take a look at this sprawling area of high pressure. This sprawling area of high pressure sits as a fence. It's like a blocker, and because of that, sometimes these areas of low pressure forecast to move on towards the west, but in the next couple of days it's forecast to move towards the east and develop an area of weakness right here. And the models are saying that this area of low pressure is likely to move on up. This is the European model 7-day outlook, and you're seeing it taking a west-northwesterly heading before heading out to sea. Again, right there, we are in the island chain right there, and if and when it develops, it's forecast to head out to sea well away from the island chain. This is certainly good news in accordance with the European model. Now let's take a look at what the American model is saying. The American model on Tuesday, this too is forming an area of low pressure come Tuesday. A tropical wave forecast to move off the coast of Africa. The American model, we are located right here in the Leeward Islands, islands further towards the south. Again, take a look at the sprawling area of high pressure. This is where the American model says it's at. But let's put it into motion, and we're going to see it move on up. By the way, you see it right there, see it right here, forecast to move on towards the west-northwest, the area of high pressure out there, and it's forecast to escape. Now, the American model drags it a little bit more closer to us here than what the European model is saying out here. So definitely, this is something that we are going to be watching. Again, the American model, again, moving it towards the west-northwest. All the models are moving it towards the north of the island chain. And by the way, the German model, it too is saying that it will stay out to sea. The Canadian model, it too is saying that it will stay out to sea. So right now, what we are saying is that there's a fair measure of confidence that an area of disturbed weather will form east of the island chain, and the forecast is for it to head out to sea. Remember that we are in the month of August, and if you're going to be talking about what the next name is likely to be on our chart, is likely to be Dexter, Aaron, Ferdinand, or Fernand. Any one of those can give a spawning name, Dexter or Aaron, possibly the next two names. And again, if we're going to be talking about hurricane climatology, we are now out of the month of June. We are now out of the month of July also. We are now in the month of August. We are now ramping its way up to the peak of next month in September. And hurricane climatology says this is the time for us to be careful about what the hurricane season east of the island chain, the main development area, what and will it do. So the next couple of days we're going to be paying closer attention, keeping an eye that the peak is ahead of us, and in the month of August activity ramps itself up. So we're going to be keeping you abreast as to that area that is forecast to develop east of the island chain. Closer to home, looking at this tropical wave. This is the tropical wave that moved on by us yesterday, Friday, Saturday, giving us some isolated thunderstorms. It's located just to the west of Puerto Rico, going over Hispaniola for right now. Take a look at the northern extent of the tropical wave, cloudiness and the showers very close to the Bahamas, over Hispaniola, forecast to continue to move towards the west. Us here in the Eastern Caribbean islands, we're located in the Leeward Islands and islands further towards the south. Already you're seeing some dustiness right around there, but again, stable atmospheric conditions are marching towards us. So we're not forecasting deep convective activity. Some of these patches of low-level clouds, though, will be pushed over the island chain and be just about a passing shower or two. So nothing in the context of an immediate tropical cyclone formation, but for us in the Eastern Caribbean islands, rest your hearts at ease that we are sitting right now. Remember that if you're on the outside and you're noticing something that's of importance, take a shot, send it to us at abmsiwatch@gmail.com. Again, if you're on the outside and you see something of importance to us, take a snapshot or two, send it to abmsiwatch. Your eyes are our eyes. We are on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on X. We are your friends, the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services. If you are here in Antigua, take a look at your hotline take a look at your hotline number. Remember the website, we're going to be posting a lot of information on our website also also. So continue to monitor with us, and you continue to stay ready. The weather will always change, but the weather you have to respond to. So you can always say it with me, the weather will always change, but you can continue to weather your weather in spite of the weather. Whether you like it or not, the life continues. I'm Leonard Josiah, wishing you a safe and restful Sunday.